Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, there lived a little girl named Emily. Emily had a best friend named Teddy, a plush bear with soft brown fur and a red bow tie. Teddy had been with Emily since she was a baby, and they did everything together. They played in the garden, shared bedtime stories, and went on countless imaginary adventures. One sunny afternoon, Emily and her parents decided to visit the town fair. The fair was a grand event, filled with colorful rides, games, and delicious treats. Emily clutched Teddy tightly as they wandered through the bustling fairground. They rode the Ferris wheel, played ring toss, and indulged in cotton candy. As the day turned to evening, the fair's dazzling lights began to twinkle, casting a magical glow over the grounds. Emily and her family found a spot near the stage to watch the fireworks. She set Teddy beside her on the blanket, mesmerized by the bright explosions in the sky. But in the excitement, Teddy slipped off the blanket and was left behind. It wasn't until they were back home, getting ready for bed, that Emily realized Teddy was missing. Her heart sank, and she cried herself to sleep, worried about her beloved bear. Meanwhile, Teddy lay alone in the dark, empty fairground. But this was just the beginning of his adventure. Chapter 1. The Enchanted Fairground. Teddy woke up to find himself in the middle of the now deserted fairground. The stalls were empty, and the rides were silent. The moon shone brightly overhead, casting long shadows. Teddy felt scared and lonely, but he knew he had to find a way back to Emily. Just then, a soft voice broke the silence. "Are you lost, little bear?" Teddy looked around and saw a friendly owl perched on a nearby tree. "Yes, I am," Teddy replied. "I need to find my way back to Emily." The owl hooted softly. "Don't worry. This fairground is magical at night. Follow me, and I'll help you find your way." Teddy climbed onto the owl's back, and they soared above the fairground. From high up, Teddy could see the twinkling lights of the town in the distance. The owl landed near a small booth with a sign that read, "Lost and Found." Inside the booth was a wise old turtle named Mr. Shelley. He had a kind face and glasses perched on his nose. "Welcome, young bear," Mr. Shelley said. "How can I assist you?" Teddy explained his situation, and Mr. Shelley nodded thoughtfully. The fairground is indeed a magical place. At night, toys and stuffed animals come to life. You must embark on a journey through the enchanted fairground to find your way back to Emily. Along the way, you'll need to gather 3 special tokens: the Star of Friendship, the Heart of Courage, and the Key of Kindness. Teddy thanked Mr. Shelley and set off on his quest, determined to find the tokens and return to Emily. Chapter 2. The Star of Friendship. Teddy's first stop was the carousel, which now spun slowly under the moonlight. As he approached, he heard giggles and saw a group of toys riding the carousel. They were led by a cheerful stuffed rabbit named Ruby. "Hello there," Ruby called out. "Are you here to ride the carousel?" Teddy explained his quest, and Ruby's eyes sparkled. "We can help you find the Star of Friendship. But first, you must join us for a ride." Teddy hopped onto the carousel, and as they spun, Ruby told him about the Star of Friendship. "It's hidden somewhere in the fairground, and only true friends can find it." As they rode, Teddy made friends with the other toys, including a brave toy soldier and a gentle ragdoll. They laughed and shared stories, and Teddy felt a warm glow in his heart. After the ride, Ruby led Teddy to a hidden garden behind the carousel. In the center of the garden was a beautiful star-shaped flower that glowed softly. "This is the Star of Friendship," Ruby said. "It appears when true friends come together." Teddy carefully picked the flower and thanked his new friends. With the Star of Friendship in hand, he continued on his journey. Chapter 3. The Heart of Courage. Next, Teddy ventured to the haunted house. The once spooky attraction now had an eerie, yet inviting glow. Teddy hesitated at the entrance, but he knew he had to be brave to find the Heart of Courage. Inside, the haunted house was filled with playful ghosts and friendly monsters. Teddy met a timid ghost named Casper, who was too scared to leave the house. "Will you help me find the Heart of Courage?" Teddy asked Casper. Casper nodded. "I'll try, but I'm not very brave." Together, they navigated through the haunted house, facing various challenges. They crossed a rickety bridge, solved a riddle from a wise old skeleton, and found their way through a dark maze. At the end of the maze, they found a glowing heart-shaped amulet. Teddy picked it up and felt a surge of bravery. Casper smiled, feeling a bit braver too. "Thank you, Teddy," Casper said. "You've shown me that courage comes from within." With the heart of courage, Teddy and Casper left the haunted house. Casper waved goodbye, feeling more confident than ever. Chapter 4. The Key of Kindness. Teddy's final stop was the Ferris wheel, which now stood still and silent. At the base of the wheel, Teddy met a sad little robot named Rusty. Rusty had lost his key and couldn't move. "Can you help me, Teddy?" Rusty asked. "I need my key to move again." Teddy nodded. "I'll help you find your key, Rusty." They searched around the Ferris wheel, and Teddy found a small, shiny key hidden under a bench. He inserted the key into Rusty's back, and with a few turns, Rusty sprang to life. "Thank you, Teddy," Rusty exclaimed. "You've shown me great kindness." Just then, a magical light enveloped Teddy and Rusty. In Rusty's hand appeared a golden key. "This is the key of kindness," Rusty explained. "It's given to those who show kindness to others." Teddy took the key and thanked Rusty. With all three tokens in hand, Teddy felt a sense of accomplishment. He was ready to find his way back to Emily. Chapter 5. The Journey Home. Teddy returned to Mr. Shelley at the Lost and Found booth. The wise old turtle smiled as Teddy showed him the star of friendship, the heart of courage, and the key of kindness. "Well done, Teddy," Mr. Shelley said. "You have proven yourself to be a true friend, a brave adventurer, and a kind soul. Now, it's time to return to Emily." Mr. Shelley gave Teddy a magical map that showed the way back to Emily's house. Teddy followed the map through the enchanted fairground, past the carousel, the haunted house, and the Ferris wheel. As he walked, the fairground seemed to come alive with a soft glow, guiding him home. Finally, Teddy reached Emily's house. He climbed through the open window and found Emily fast asleep, clutching her pillow. Teddy snuggled up beside her, and a sense of warmth and happiness filled the room. In the morning, Emily woke up and saw Teddy beside her. She hugged him tightly, tears of joy streaming down her face. "Oh, Teddy, I was so worried about you." Teddy wished he could tell Emily about his adventure, but he knew she felt his love and bravery in her heart. From that day on, Teddy and Emily's bond grew even stronger. They continued to go on many more adventures, both real and imagined, knowing that they could face anything as long as they had each other. And so, the Lost Teddy Bear's adventure became a cherished memory, a tale of friendship, courage, and kindness that would be remembered for generations to come. The moral conclusion of The Lost Teddy Bear's Adventure is that true friendship, courage, and kindness are invaluable qualities that can help us navigate even the most challenging situations. Through Teddy's journey, we learn that friendship. Building and nurturing genuine friendships can provide support and strength when we need it most. True friends stand by each other and help one another overcome obstacles. Courage. Facing our fears and showing bravery, even when we're scared, can lead us to discover new strengths within ourselves. Courage is not the absence of fear but the willingness to move forward despite it. Kindness. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, can have a significant impact on others. Being kind opens doors to unexpected help and creates a ripple effect of goodwill. These virtues are essential for a fulfilling and connected life, teaching us that with friends by our side, bravery in our hearts, and kindness in our actions, we can overcome any adversity and make the world a better place.